In my opinion, Krispy Kreme donuts are amazing, and so many people have tried to replicate the recipe, but they have not nailed down the texture to these donuts. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to make it. The reason why they have not nailed down the texture is because you have to make a roux. I was watching the video of the Krispy Kreme guy making the Krispy Kreme donuts, and he said they start off with the roux. So this is equal parts butter, flour, milk, and water, and all I'm doing is stirring it till it becomes a thick paste like this. We're going to place that to the side, and we're going to start working on our dough. Now I'm going in with some milk. Milk is going to make it soft, and we're going to add our butter flavor shortening to that, and we're going to add the paste that we made, which is called a Tangzhong, but we're just going to call it a Roux. So we're going to mix that till it's well dissolved into the milk, and then we're going to add some bread machine yeast. This is probably important as well because this has some dough conditioners in it that's going to make it soft. But this is super important because we're going to be using bread flour, and you don't want it to be too doughy and bready because that's not the way of Krispy Kreme donuts. In a bowl of a stand mixer, I got my bread flour, and I'm adding in that roux, milk, and yeast mixture. I'm going in with 2 eggs as well. I didn't get the other clip of that egg, but we're going to take that and we're going to add a little bit of vanilla extract to that, and we're going to mix it. Now, this is going to take a while to mix because there's a lot of enrichment in this dough, which is going to impede the gluten development. So you're going to be mixing for a while. I'm sorry. And if you're mixing this by hand, I am double sorry. There's nothing I can do about that, but this is going to take a minute. But eventually it's going to come together like this, and it's not ready. We need to knead it, but we're going to knead it inside of the mixer because I do not feel like doing a whole lot of work. And we're going to add in some butter slowly to this. Now, this is going to give it a rich flavor that I think that is essential in a Krispy Kreme donut. And we're going to add some of that butter, and we're going to let it mix down, and then we're going to also add some salt. If you notice beforehand, we did not add any salt, and that's because we're going to Autolyse this dough. Autolyse makes it a lot more softer, and this is just another trick since we're using bread flour to make sure that this is not doughy and bready, because as you guys know, Krispy Kremes are hot air, hot vanilla air. So everything that we are doing is to make sure that this donut comes out soft. So as we mix in this, you're going to see it kind of, get loose, but then it's going to come back together and start to pull away from the bowl, which is what we want. So you want to make sure this is not sticky when you put your hands on it. I know some people like a sticky dough when it comes to their donuts, but you don't want that. You want it to be kneaded properly because it's going to have a lot of strength, which is going to give a lot of air bubbles, but still be soft, which is the reason that we added those conditioners at the beginning of the recipe. So now we're going to let this brew for about an hour or about an hour and 30 minutes, depending on the temperature in your house. And I'm going to put this in like a case. This is the case that I'll be using to make my pizza in, and it creates a nice environment for it to proof in. So this is called a proof box. So I'm just taking my dough and I'm spreading it out into like a rectangle square formation. It's going to be easier for me to get the dough out and for me to start cutting donuts instead of just rolling it into a ball and putting it in the refrigerator. Now, this is going in the refrigerator for overnight or 6 hours. This is non-negotiable. It's going to build a lot of flavor in these donuts, and the texture of these donuts will be closer to Krispy Kreme if you do this. I wish I can tell you that you don't have to do this, but that's not true. You're going to have to do this in order for this recipe to turn out right. So this is the next day of me taking the paper off of these donuts, and as you can see, it rolls a little bit. But we're going to, of course, punch all of that air out, and we're going to put this on a sheet pan, and I'm going to flour it heavily before putting that dough down, and we're going to start cutting our donuts. At this point, you should have the smell of vanilla in the air. That means these donuts are going to be great. And I'm going to just get a cutter. I have this donut cutter that I got off of Amazon, and I'm just cutting down the donut part. Now, of course, I lost the donut hole puncher, and I had to use a water bottle, which you're going to see me do in a second. But this makes 12 donuts. You can roll it out and make more. I don't think if you roll this up and re-roll it out is going to be chewy or something like that, because those dough conditioners are really working in this recipe. I promise these are some of the softest donuts that you will ever have, but it's not soft as, it's gummy, but it's soft enough that where you can tell that it's bread, but it's not chewy, it's not extra, bready, and it's just a perfect donut. It's just a perfect soft donut. So like I said, I was going to use the water bottle because I did not have my donut hole puncher. I lost it. So yeah. So we're just going to use the water bottle to make the donut holes. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and get my shortening going for my donuts, but you can just see that these are starting to look like donuts. But you can just take these scraps and put them in for another day that you want to make donuts. You can re-roll them out. They're not going to be chewy like I said. So now I'm going to get the glaze going, because if I don't do the glaze, I'm going to forget about it. But we got powdered sugar going down, milk, butter, and a little bit of vanilla. Now we're going to stir this until it's well combined, and I'll make sure I have the full measurements on my website where you guys can download the recipe and actually do this. So the link will be in the bio for that. So make sure you guys click that, and also make sure you guys, if you're enjoying this video and if you like this content, definitely like. Don't forget to subscribe. Also share this with other people. But basically, we're going to mix this with the whisk until it comes together, and it's looking like that. I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla extract in the end just to give it a little bit of a dark tint and to give it a little bit of flavor. The full recipe to this glaze will be with the Krispy Kreme donut recipe on my website, so you guys will have that too. But it's very drippable, it's very pourable, but it's going to stick to the donut. Now here comes the controversial part, but we're going to use vegetable shortening instead of vegetable oil. You guys know about science. It's a cleaner fry when you use the vegetable shortening, because when vegetable shortening cools down, it turns back into a solid, and when vegetable oils cool down, it turns back into a liquid, which is not going to taste well with a donut. So make sure that you guys use vegetable shortening instead of vegetable oil. But basically, I let these proof until they were room temperature, but I wasn't looking for puffiness. When I put these in the oil, they puffed up well, and it gave me that blonde line. So when you are proofing your donuts, or when you're taking them out the refrigerator, they don't have to be necessarily proofed up, but they do have to be room temperature. So I'm putting these in the oil, and it's on 350. I'm frying these on each side for about 1 minute. I'm using a toothpick to turn them over, and you want to have that blonde line in the middle somewhere on your donut. Sometimes it's kind of hard to do, but you can see that I'm getting those blonde lines as I'm taking them out, and these donuts look perfect already. And if I had some powdered sugar, I would just, sprinkle it over there and taste one. But you want to make sure that you keep your oil anywhere between 350 to 360. So this is very, very important to make sure that your donuts are room temperature, so that it doesn't cool down the grease when you put it in there. As the donuts are coming out, I'm immediately dunking them in our glaze. I don't want to wait. It's a little bit warm, so the excess is going to drip off, but no need to wait. Go ahead and dip them in there, turn them around. If you have another wire rack, I did not have another wire rack. You can just pour it over there. But I wanted to make sure that I get the most out of each of my donuts. Make sure they're well properly glazed, and this is important as well because it has that glossy Krispy Kreme donut finish. And when they cool, they're going to look like this. Y'all, when I say these turned out perfect, they look amazing. They even taste more amazing. I was literally sitting here, I'm like, this is Krispy Kreme. This is what they look like. This is the size. This is the texture. This is how they taste. I was literally amazed because this is the first time I made a recipe for Krispy Kreme, and it actually tasted like Krispy Kreme donuts. Man, when I tell you guys that you have to try these, you have to try these. You will be addicted to these donuts. Making that Roux, following the steps we did, made these donuts amazing. And I can tell you guys are going to love them as well. But the full recipe to this donut will be in the description below. So definitely check that out. If you guys enjoyed this video, like, follow, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one.